Kept alive, Minnesota. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. From past the arc. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity. But it does take time.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got DeRozan. MP is out there with ball. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Drummond in at the pivot, manning the middle. Now, here's MP. Drummond finds MP. Down low. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And people forget that DeMar DeRozan has competed in multiple dunk contests. This man has elite balance.
MP against Conley. From deep, Prince. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Prince has got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. The Bulls shooting at 50% in a decent group. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, MP in the last matchup against New York was outstanding. He finished with 14 points, and his percentage was impressive, making a number of his free throws and field goal attempts. That was just the latest in a string of very productive games for him. We'll see if he can keep this streak going, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
I completely agree. They should go to him early. If he gets hot, I think another big game is coming.
Prince misses.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for range. Lucky. For the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Named to his first All-Star game in 2021. Zach LaVine had a breakout season.
Yeah, that was year 7 for Zach, averaging over 27 points per game. And look, it feels like he's been in the league forever, but he was only 19 when he was drafted in 2014. Zach's younger than a lot of people think.
Here is Edwards, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Poked loose and stolen by MP. For the finish, and MP throws it down.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Over in the corner, Edwards. That one's off, still out of sync. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. It's their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
Bulls have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout, and when people talk about... For our audience, can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the 2 defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those 2 boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the 2 defenders on the elbows. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
The Timberwolves. Season, Greg, and we enjoyed it. After they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Dex checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Noel in for Mike Conley. Towns for 3. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. And a change for the Bulls. Green's checked in. And the dunk by MP.
And he's He's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Gobert. This game he had 12. Pass to Noel. From outside, off the mark. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Here's Towns. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Here's Deck. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Towns with the defensive effort.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Noel passes to Towns. That's tipped. And here we go. MP heading to the hoop.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Towns, a screen on MP. Noel passes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Towns can sure get himself going offensively.
MP, Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Deck, and he lays it straight in. And now it's just a 4-point Bulls lead.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 4. And don't go.
They can't seem to force those guys over into a bad shot. No more.
And now the moment. And that is it for halftime.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Edwards is out there with Conley, and it's Prince in at the 3. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And the shot goes down. And that's now 25 points for MP.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And that was another look at the fantastic mobile one drive that happened a moment ago.
And catching the defense flat-footed and taking full advantage. Big bucket there to extend the lead.
And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
DeRozan a screen on Conley. MP kicks to Levine. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 6 assists now in the game. Conley against MP. Outside Conley. Over in the corner, Edwards. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. MP deciding where to go with it. On the wing, Levine fires from deep. The rebound by Prince.
Look, when you've made your first 3 shots of the half, I think it's okay for a heat check.
That bucket in no time at all. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Here's MP, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 5.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Towns dishes to Conley. And here's Prince outside. Drills it from outside. Prince has got 9.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
MP passes to DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And, guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
All I'm going to say is a few years ago, I did not expect this Bulls team to be.
Nikola Vucevic. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Taking a look at the Bulls. DeRozan out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Alex Caruso. Then it's MP. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. This Chicago team, Richard, has managed to turn things around after a string of 4 losing seasons.
And that's why you never count a team out. A few smart trades, some good draft pickups, that's all it takes for you to ascend the rankings and become a top team in this league.
And the right coach. Clearly, Billy was the right coach for this team.
Oh, yeah, and that too. Definitely the good coach.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Minnesota. DeRozan, a screen on Conley. Inside. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
That is explosive athleticism by DeRozan. His dunks, oh, man, they'll make a rim shake.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And the basket by MP.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Edwards dishes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Yeah, that's what we call playing with force. And Towns going up for the dunk, daring the defense to contest.
MP kicks to DeRozan. Towns with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believed in ourselves.
Towns in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And perimeter at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Conley against MP. Here's DeRozan. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down. Minnesota leading by 13.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Minnesota.
It was like watching a 3-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3. It just seemed to pay off for them.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice, they're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Edwards.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
And it's in there.
Double D has that soft touch, and it serves him well on that interior.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Prince in the corner. Takes the three. Chicago grabs the miss.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Outside Conley. And so the Timberwolves take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team.
81. Thank you for coming out here tonight, everyone. We hope you enjoyed yourself, and we look forward.
You were so great on Top Takes Daily. I'm proud to call you boss. Boss.
Thanks for doing this, MP.
Thank you for having me here.
As I'm sure Miss St. Germain explained, Enterprise Monthly's Young Leadership issue is our most celebrated.
Hey, look, you heard what Coach said, all right? Hey, yo, pick your heads up.
Welcome back to our coverage, everybody. The North Carolina Tar Heels will move on.
You know, they showed 84, Texas Red Raiders 80.
Hey, look, you heard what Coach said, all right? Hey, yo, pick your heads up, man.
Welcome back to our game. One half in the books. We have a 10-point ball game on our hands as the second half gets going. The Texas Tech Red Raiders out in front against the North Carolina Tar Heels. And, of course, the big story in this one, Junior injured in the first half and ruled out for the rest of the game.
That is a major blow to this team. You know, he does so much on the floor, and I think he's virtually irreplaceable.